I was young. I mean, songs like Born Country by Alabama, and it's like, yeah, I guess that's still me. Or even a more recent one, I think it's by Sweetheart for Rodeo, Midnight Girl, Sunset Town. It's like, yeah, that reminds me of small town Iowa. One stop light blinking on and off, everybody knows when their neighbors cough, they roll the streets when the sun goes down. Yeah, that's very familiar. Oh, the Everlast song. I have sang it at karaoke night. I know that I do talk about doing karaoke, and I will have to do that tonight as well. So here we go. Yeah, I like going to Saints games, and this past weekend I was wearing a Saints hat because I just been to the Saints game on Wednesday night.
You Vikings.
All right, well, if you're on stage, then say whatever you want, but I'm on stage now. We can like whatever teams we want. I mean, baseball's a different sport. I like a little football too, but growing up in Iowa, I like college football because we had that a lot more. Iowa Hawkeyes represent. All right, Saints. I figured I'd hear more about the Twins on that one than the Vikings because the Twins are also baseball, but major league. But I was wearing a Saints hat when I was about to do karaoke, and somebody called it an old Saints hat. It's like, no, look at it again, dude. It says CHS Field on the side of the hat. Anything that says CHS Field is not old. I said that I saw a lot of Saints games at Midway Stadium. It's like, go back to high school if you want to be that competitive about everything on saying that something is old when it isn't. And then, well, actually the way I cut him off was by saying that what's the point? Get to the point because I'm going to be singing soon. He said, have at it. It's like, yeah, that was the thing. He didn't have a point. I mean, let me like what I like. If the hat still works, it works. Period, end of story. So there's one Saints story, and then Wednesday night, the Saints game I went to was the fireworks show. And I show up, and somebody's already sitting in my seat, but I don't say anything, I don't ask them to move. You know why? Karaoke related. It was Seigo Masabuchi, karaoke with the real Japanese guy. And he was talking to the man that was in the seat next to him. And then I found out why after he left. Something about how he ran marathons with the karaoke guy. And it's like, well, I like knowing that people have a life out of being an entertainer for the Saints. And the thing that I have been told before by a Japanophile, no, not pedophile people, there's more than one type of file out there. But the thing I was told by a Japanophile was that the karaoke guy was a comedian back in Japan, so I said that to him, and he said, no, actually I'm a lawyer. And it's like, hey, that got a laugh out of me. But yeah, that still seems far-fetched that a karaoke guy at a Saints game would be a lawyer. That was nice to meet somebody on a higher level. I mean, I've worked Saints games before, but being able to talk at length with people, that can be hard to do at times because you just want to do your thing, do your set, whatever. Because whatever I do, I tend to be serious about it, where my reputation is everything. Doesn't matter if I'm in an office job or performing. I want people to think I'm good. Even Joe DiMaggio, the baseball player, talked about that. He gave it his all in every game because somebody might be seeing him play for the first time. He wanted to give a good impression to everybody. It's like, more power to you. Movies. This was a good movie watching weekend for me. I like those art films, so that means I sometimes have to go to 50th and France in Edina or the Lagoon in Uptown. Well, this weekend I went to see Echo in the Canyon, that music movie at the Edina. And that was pretty cool, except all I was thinking of was if it's a documentary and you saw Jacob Dylan, Bob's son, launch while people were sharing their stories, you really couldn't call him an interviewer. Why? Because you never heard him ask any questions. He was just there listening to him in terms of at least how they edited the movie. And they only talked about his famous dad once. I thought that was a real stroke of genius. It's like, that's the elephant in the room. I mean, fame because of his name. I guess he wanted to stand out on his own on that one. I guess I don't blame him on that. But it was cool that David Crosby actually said, no, he was just an asshole. It's like, I couldn't believe that people ever admit to that, but hey, at least they're being honest, and people laughed when that part was in the movie. And then the other movie I saw this weekend was on DVD. I had never seen the Entourage TV show, but I saw a used copy of the movie at a resale shop. So it's like, all right, I'll watch it. I was a little disappointed that Marky Mark only had a cameo, because that's the other thing I always heard about Entourage. But there were tons of cameos in it, so hey, it still works for me. And yeah, Billy Bob Thornton, Jeremy Piven, that still works on some level. Even though I think I was a little too distracted trying to watch it on Sunday morning. I don't know if Sunday afternoon would have worked better than watching a movie. Probably, but hey, you do what you got to do on that one. I think I was distracted because I lost my camera the night before. I like picture taking, so I was really bummed about that. I've lost things before, and I guess I was just in mourning about it. It's like, all right, you've got to get over it. You have to try again with picture taking. Just be careful and learn something from it. But I guess I had to learn the hard way on that one. I've lost things before. Oh, yeah, and there's ski. All right, that's my time. Thank you all. Been great.